Paul, you always forget your glasses.
Yep.
You know, and you're supposed to read the weather for me there, and you got it like at arm's length. And are your arms getting shorter now, or what?
They are not, but I think I can make the
Okay.
weather out.
Okay. Well, very good. We haven't do it yet until 2:45. So, first of all, we got to get your football picks. We're going with the AFC NFC Conference Championship games. First of all, who do you like, Baltimore or Kansas City?
It's going to be a tough game, but I think Kansas City's going to win it.
You got Kansas City. Okay. Detroit, San Francisco.
I'm going with San Francisco.
Despite all those Iowa Hawkeyes on both sides of the ball, yeah. Where you go with? I know you're a big Iowa fan,
Yeah,
so you've probably seen these guys play.
Oh,
Kittle, Laporta, Campbell.
Yep, but I just think San Francisco's got a better team.
So when you were watching them at Iowa, and Iowa's put so many players into the NFL, it's just amazing how many players are in there. Do you get a pretty good idea if this guy's going to the next level?
I mean, you always have a good idea. You know, I go to almost all the home games and watch them live, and you know, seeing who steps up and makes the plays, they usually make it to the NFL.
What amazes me is like how they can take a player and move them into like a different position. Like, you know, Linderbaum from Solon, primarily, look, he wanted to be in the defensive line. They moved him to center, I think it was his sophomore year. And now here he is an all-pro center in only his second year in the NFL.
Yeah, he's really good. He's one of the best in the league for sure.
And then, you know, they were playing Tampa Bay, and there's Tristan Wirfs on the other side of the line.
Yep.
Well, not on the other side of the line. He was on the offensive side of the ball. And they got him at left tackle now.
Yep, they do.
Those two used to have to wrestle against each other in high school.
Yes, they did.
Because Solon and Mount Vernon, 9 miles apart. Can you imagine the competition between those two schools? Because they're both very good.
Yep, but it was pretty incredible. Didn't they face off at state?
Probably.
I think Tristan won.
Yes, in wrestling?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So, and then Campbell, boy, he's such a beast.
Yep.
I've never seen him in person in football. What's he look like in person on the football
field? He's just a big
field?
guy, and he's fast for a linebacker, and I think his brother is signed with the Hawkeyes, so I think he's got a brother going to be on the Hawkeyes either coming up this year.
Younger brother, the Cedar Falls is where he's from, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then Sam Laporta. It's too bad he hurt his knee, but he seems to have rebounded pretty well.
He played well.
He played a little bit better in that second game from that last game of the regular season. What would you have done as a coach? Would you have played those guys? You're already in the playoffs. You already secured the number 1 seed. What are you going to do?
I mean, you don't want to lose your last game, but you don't want to get your good guys hurt. That's for sure.
So you got Kansas City, San Francisco. Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
San Francisco.
Going with San Francisco. All right. Well, right now they lead. 7 think San Francisco. 6 have got Detroit. 3 have got the 2 of the favorites. Baltimore and Kansas City, I would think, favorites. Kansas City's won it 2 out of 3. And Baltimore, only 3 have picked Baltimore so far. They're getting heavy picks in the AFC conference to win it, to get to the Super Bowl, but only 3 of them are picking to win it.
Right.
Would you like to go to a Super Bowl?
It would be fun, yes.
Because you went to the bowl game, didn't you?
Not this year.
Not this year, but you have gone to bowl games.
Yeah, I have gone to bowl games.
What is the bowl game experience like?
It's a good time. I mean, you get there early, you grill, you hang out with all your friends, you meet people. When you go, I mean, last one I went to was in Florida at the Outback Bowl, and it was just a really good time. You meet people from all over the state of Iowa, all over the country actually, that are Iowa fans, and it's just a good time.
How'd you become an Iowa fan? Just because you're in Iowa or what?
Actually, what's funny is I grew up in Prophetstown, Illinois, till my sophomore year in high school. And I played football in Prophetstown my sophomore year, and then we moved to Iowa. And I was always an Illinois fan. But then we moved over to Iowa, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to switch over to Iowa, and I've been an Iowa fan ever since I was 14 years old now.
I always thought you were in Clinton. I didn't know you grew up in Prophetstown.
Yep.
Did your dad work to McElhaney's, right?
Yep.
Did he drive over from Prophetstown to Clinton or what?
Yes, every day.
I did not know that.
Yep.
What made him decide to come to Clinton? Getting tired of the drive or what?
Actually, a lot of it back then, and like we moved here in 1986, a lot of it back then was he was getting tired of the drive. It was a 45-minute drive to and from every day. And he liked the school system better over here.
Well, that's good. Now, are you the oldest of your boys?
I am.
Okay, all righty.
Yep, I got a brother Eric who's 3 years younger than me, and brother Dave who's 6 years younger.
Okay, all right, because I covered you all when you were playing football for the River Kings.
Yep.
I didn't realize you were the oldest. Who'd you all play with?
Back then?
Yeah, who was in that group? Was Mark Kelly with you guys?
Yeah, Mark Kelly was our running back. Kevin Kurtz was a guard. Scott Klon was our center. Our tackles were Eric Oley and Ken Kohler. Eric Royer was on the team. TJ Kofall.
That was a pretty good lineup.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good line.
Yeah.
Because I remember those three, the special K, I called them, on that one side of the line. My goodness.
Yep.
Klon, Kurtz, and Kohler.
Yeah, it was two big boys on the line there.
Yeah, that's strong.
Yeah.
They were big, strong guys. How'd you fit in with these guys? Were you on the defensive side or what?
I was an offensive guard.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
So I was on the line with those guys.
Okay, so you were the one leading the way for...
Yep.
Watch out, get out of my way. Here I come around
Brad
the corner.
Bartles was another running back we had back then.
Okay, yes, I remember Brad. He was a tough-nosed kid.
Yep.
Fullback?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was a good group. Enjoyed those days. Kiesler?
Dale was our senior year was his last year.
Okay, good coach.
And same in wrestling. My senior year, it was Bob Luter's last year.
Oh my goodness.
So.
You got two of the better ones, two of the Hall of Famers, that's for sure, no doubt about that. So Gerdes, North End Auto Sales and Service, 20 years in May of this year, you were telling me.
Yes. Yep, Dad worked at another dealership in Clinton for around 30 years, and then he finally said, you know what, he's always wanted to do one on his own, open a dealership on his own. So in 2004, he decided to do that, and he bought the old 7-Eleven building up on the north end of Clinton, and we've been there for 20 years now.
That had to be quite a decision to do something. I know he wanted to do it, but to take that leap.
Yeah, it was. Because we basically had to gut the whole building because it was a convenience store, put offices in there, and at the time, a detail bay to clean the cars to get them ready for the lot. And since then, we've built a shop. We got 2 bays there, 2 full-time mechanics that, they're busy nonstop.
I would think so. That was quite an addition that you guys put on there. I mean, that was a big cost, I would think.
It was.
Starting to recoup some of that cost?
Things are looking up, that's for sure.
I have noticed driving by your lot there, and I've gotten my last few cars from Gerdes North End Auto Sales. Got a few more cars on the lot.
Yeah, we've actually been buying a lot off the streets, and I've been getting a few at the auction, but there's been a lot of people just walk in and, senior citizens going from 2 cars down to 1 that don't need 2 cars anymore. And they'll just come in because they said, we heard your fare with us, so, what would you give us for this? And I'd say 9 times out of 10, I end up buying that car.
Interesting.
Because you get a story with it, and customers like to hear stories, where did this car come from? And,
yeah.
And if you can tell them, it was Gary Detterman.
Well, you might not want to tell them that, especially after I drove off the road the other day in the snow, and I'm over there in the open church.
You're not the only one driving off the road lately. I had a friend that went to Iowa City last week or the week before, and he counted 71 cars in the ditch.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, the snow this year has not been fun.
You guys don't do any towing, do you?
No.
You thinking about doing anything like that, or that?
Nope. I have enough headaches already.
You don't want to drive. You don't have to go out with a tow truck and do that.
Nope.
All right. We're talking to Paul Gerdes. Gerdes North End Auto Sales. Coming up will be a check of the weather.
Chicago Bar and Grill, 2300 Lincoln Way, is now serving their famous Friday and Saturday night all-you-can-eat fish fry, served with choice of baked potato, potato salad, or coleslaw.
Snow, snow, snow. This week at Fairway, you can get snow much savings, and the meat counter is the place to start. This week, get a 16-ounce package of farmland bacon free when you buy 1. 8-ounce bacon wrap sirloin fillets, just $3.99 each, and USDA sirloin tip roast, just $3.99 a pound. Get 5 cans for $5 of Campbell's tomato, chicken noodle, cream of mushroom, or chicken soup at your local Fairway store, 1350 11th Street Northwest in Clinton.
It's time now for the Storm Track 8 weather forecast brought to you by ServiceMaster. Currently, we have...
Happy Friday. We will continue to see a few showers, especially along and north of I-80 through the morning hours. By the afternoon, though, expecting a lot of cloud cover, likely going to continue to see some fog linger around the area. Temperatures today are going to be in the upper 30s. As we head into the overnight hours, we'll continue to stay fairly cloudy. Again, could continue to also see that dense fog linger. Temperatures will be in the low 30s for overnight lows. I'm Storm Track 8 meteorologist Morgan Strackmine.
Currently, we have overcast skies and a temperature of 39 degrees. Winds are out of the west at 5 miles per hour. This weather report on KROS has been brought to you by ServiceMaster.
When disaster strikes, ServiceMaster at 215 4th Avenue South in Clinton is here to help. Here's owner Michael Armstrong.
We do a tremendous amount of disaster restorations. We deal with almost every single day.
Do you have regular business hours?
Yes, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. The vast majority of our work is disaster. So 24-hour service. Whenever you need us, we'll be there to help you.
For water, fire, and smoke damage, mold remediation, and other specialty cleaning, call ServiceMaster of Clinton at 563-242-0724.
Snow, snow, snow. This week at Fairway, you can get snow much savings, and the meat counter is the place to start. This week, get a 16-ounce package of farmland bacon free when you buy one. 8-ounce bacon wrap sirloin fillets just $3.99 each, and USDA sirloin tip roast just $3.99 a pound. Get 5 cans for $5 of Campbell's tomato, chicken noodle, cream of mushroom, or chicken soup at your local Fairway store, 1350 11th Street Northwest in Clinton.
Just heard that commercial from Fairway, and Paul, you said you got a great deal at Fairway that you enjoy.
No, it's actually Hy-Vee.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hy-Vee. Oh, okay, sorry about that, Fairway. So anyways, you buy cars, and you go also to the auction.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer to do?
Well, it's a lot easier if I get a good car that shows up right at my front door and somebody wants to sell it, and I run a Carfax on it, a NADA value on it, and if it's something that I want, I'll just make them an offer and write a check, and down the road they go.
What about the auction? How's that work?
I mean, the auctions are just like any auction. You go there, you walk through the lot, find cars that you want to buy, look at the miles. I run Carfaxes on everything before I buy them. You can test drive them before you buy them at the auction, to see if they're going to need any work. And then they go through the lanes, and if you're the highest bidder, you win it.
So you got to be the highest bidder on that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, what kind of competition is there? I mean, quite a few other.
There's probably 100 people there every week.
Really?
At the Quad Cities.
Oh, my goodness. So how does that, do you have an auctioneer up there? How does the bidding work? Okay.
Yeah, they run 2 lanes there, so you have 2 lanes with cars going through, and it's a father and a son they're the auctioneers, and their brother, or the one auctioneer's brother, owns the auction.
Okay. And what are you looking for when you go to an auction like this?
I mean, I typically like to buy late model cars with, under 70,000 miles, but it's harder to do now than it used to be. People keep cars longer and they drive them longer. There was a time where I didn't sell many cars over 100,000 miles. Now you have to, or you're not going to be in business.
So what have you got on the lot right now? Looks like a pretty good inventory.
Yeah, we have a full inventory right now. We have a few cars, a lot of SUVs, a few trucks, work van there. I just bought a bus last week from the government sale at the auction. It's an 18-passenger with a wheelchair lift in it. It's a 2008 that's in great condition with only 27,000 miles.
What made you do that?
I just did it on a whim, thinking that, hoping I'd get it for a good price, and I thought it was a fair price that I got it for, so.
So now what are you going to do with this bus? Are you going to sell it to somebody who wants to make it into a party bus, take out to an Iowa tailgate party, or what?
I suppose it could be a party bus, but it's an 18-passenger, so you have to have a chauffeur's license to even drive it. But I think it's more of a bus for like a church or a school system, something like that. Just because of the shape that it's in, the low miles, I think it would be great for that, and the wheelchair lift, it might be a nursing home this would work for.
Interesting, very good. So I know you do such a good job. Michelle does such a good job of putting things on Facebook. That works out well for you, doesn't it?
It does. She's really good at advertising and marketing. We sell a lot of cars because of the effort that she puts into, getting these cars with as many pictures as she can get and put them online, and And like I said, we get a lot of business because of her advertising.
Again, the weather has not been the best. We've had some snow, we've had some ice. I know that's always a headache for car dealers.
It is. It's not fun. I get as many inside that we can get inside, and I was able to get almost everything inside but like 6 or 7 cars this last time. And it makes it a lot easier to plow. You don't have to get the snow off of them and then move them and then plow where they were sitting and then move them back and go back and forth. It's just a lot of work, and it was cold. This last couple of weeks has been cold too.
So I was in to see you, and you said the last 2 months of the year weren't really good, but things are starting off pretty well for you here in 2024.
Yeah, a couple of the credit unions we use, their rates are starting to come down a little bit, so hopefully that trend keeps going and the rates keep coming down. And we've had a lot more foot traffic this month, and we've sold quite a few this month already.
That is great to hear. So you got a song, and I got the right song for you this year. I messed up a little bit last year. So who are we hearing from?
Stone Sour.
And the song?
Song number 3.
Not number 1 or 2. We're going to go right to number 3.
And song number 3 is the name of the song.
If you take a step towards me, you will take my breath away. So I'll keep you close and keep my secret safe. No one else has ever loved me. No one else has ever tried. I never understood how much I could take. Then I saw the worst was over when I laid my eyes on you. It was all that I could do to know my place. Out of all the past illusions, out of all the dreams come true, I was gone until I finally saw your face. If you cry out for more, if you reached out for me, I would run to the storm just to keep you here
Gerdes rocking is toward the top of the hour. So tell us a little bit about Stone Sour. I never heard of this group.
The lead singer is from Des Moines, Iowa. His name's Corey Taylor. It's just music that I like. I've always been a rocker, still am.
Still a rocker. Rock on.
He's actually the lead singer for Slipknot, too, and he just got a really good voice.
You took on that service department, 2 years now? How long has that been?
4 years.
It's been 4 years.
Yep.
Talk about that decision to do that.
Basically, I was looking for a way just to make more money and not send all my cars somewhere else to get fixed and have a big repair bill every month. So I thought, you know what, I bought the house next door to the dealership. We tore it down and then built the shop, and now I have 2 full-time mechanics that, we're booking a week to 2 weeks out a lot of times now because it's so busy.
And what are you all able to do there in the shop?
We can basically do everything but transmission work. We don't mess with transmissions. We leave the transmissions to the transmission guys.
And you sell tires as well?
We sell tires, oil changes, brakes, belts.
You got batteries?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We can do batteries. We have the air conditioning machines if you need your air charged in the summertime. I even bought the new one for the new vehicles. So it's we can do alignments there, tires.
Now, when you were going to build this, did you take a look at other shops and see what, kind of a design you wanted to have in there?
Nope, I just kind of winged it. And
kind of knew what you wanted?
I knew what I wanted, yeah.
Okay.
And EB Construction out of Clinton, they built it for me exactly the way that I wanted it, and it's been a really good investment for me.
We were talking during the break about, you buy local people buy from you, and that's the way it should be.
Absolutely. I agree. Especially as small businesses, you got to support each other.
You're up there in the North End?
Yep.
See Patrick every once in a while?
Almost every day.
Whether you want to or not,
I buy all my gas there.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates that.
And lunch a few days a week. And
so what are you hoping for in 2024 when you celebrate 20 years? What do you got planned for that?
We really don't have any plans for it yet. I'm sure we'll do something. This was a dream my dad had, 20 years ago. Actually, he had a lot longer than that. But it became a reality for him back on May 1st of 2004. He opened, and he was the successful, in the car business for a long, long time, and decided he just wanted to try it on his own. And we built a pretty good dealership up there and have everybody tells us we have a good reputation, and that's what we strive for.
It's good to have a loyal base of customers, and I would imagine he brought some of his customers from his former employment.
Yep, absolutely.
And I would imagine you probably deal with a lot of the same people.
We do. And I hear, a lot still that, I bought cars from your dad 30 years ago. And, it's nice to hear.
Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate the time. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Oh, the weather outside is cold, but look at Bitsy. Why, you're wearing another new harness coat today. Yesterday it was fleece, today it's Sherpa, and look at the lining and the design. Wow, talk about customizing for every day of the week. You say there's hundreds of possibilities, and Bitsy's customizes every harness just the way you want it? Sports teams, dresses, coats, and hundreds of material to pick from? Oh, too bad they don't make custom-made harnesses for humans. Bitsy's, 1401 North 2nd Street, Clinton.
The big game.
It's February 11th. Plan ahead for your big game party and order your fully cooked racks of ribs from the Fulton Meat Market. You must order by February 3rd for pickup on Saturday, February 10th. You'll also find a great selection of the freshest meats, in-house sausages, cheeses, and specialty items for your big party. Remember, you must order ribs for the big game by the 3rd for pickup on the 10th from the Fulton Meat Market in downtown Fulton. Phone 815-589-3213.
This Sunday, Westwood One brings you Championship Sunday. First, it's the AFC title game. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs face Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Then, the Detroit Lions aim for their first ever Super Bowl appearance when they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Doubleheader coverage begins at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. If it's the NFL playoffs, it's right here.
On FM 105.9 and 1340 KROS.
We got a lot of sports coming your way this weekend. In fact, beginning with this evening, I will be going down to Comanche to bring you that girl-boy doubleheader between the Storm and Anamosa. Tomorrow I'll be over in Fulton for the Otten Shootout. We'll bring you 3 games, beginning with Prince of Peace taking on Polo at 10:30. Then Easton Valley will go up against Lena Winslow, and then it's Comanche taking on Northridge Prep. They're scheduled to go